Now, before we went for the break, of course, we were talking to Duncan Harambee, who is at our City Centre studio. Duncan, you were telling us about some of the reactions that came about the meeting that was yesterday between Raila Odinga, that is the opposition leader, and former retired President Daniel Arap Moi. If you can just continue with that, Duncan.
Yes, Ashley, quickly, as I was trying to paint a picture that there was an immediate reaction on the floor of the House from the National Assembly Majority Leader, Aden Duale, whom, after the handshake with the President in March, he was among the first leaders who actually praised Raila Odinga, and they've even been talking to the other principals in NASA to team up with Raila Odinga and ensure that they support Jubilee to have a country that is united, that is cohesive. But of course, yesterday, that reaction, everybody, it was another political surprise with that visit to Kabarak. And they say politicians will always be politicians, and every political move is definitely expected to elicit a political reaction, political tension, or political heat. For that matter, we'll be waiting to see how things will be changing. As I was telling you earlier, we are having Raila Odinga that has sort of changed Raila Odinga, or Raila Odinga that has changed tact. For over a month after that handshake with President Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila Odinga has been unusually silent. That is not the kind of Raila Odinga that perhaps the country knows. Remember, even at the airport when Miguna came before he was sent back to Dubai, Raila Odinga was at the airport and he never uttered a single word. And that has been silent. So for over a month, he has maintained an unusual political silence, loud silence politically, so to speak. And yesterday when he went to Kabarak, of course, we saw the kind of, he has sparked another, maybe he'll spark another round of political murmurs and jitters. Of course, we know that the President Uhuru Kenyatta succession race has officially begun, so to speak, and there will be a lot of realignments. And something interesting, Ashley, Raila seems to have actually also put on board, assembled, or seems to be assembling another team of lieutenants. We've not seen him appear in public when during these high-profile handshakes with his traditional think tanks or his traditional trusted lieutenants. At Harambee House, he was accompanied by Suna East Member of Parliament, Junet Mohammed. His daughter was there, Paul Mwangi. We expected the likes of Orengo, Anyang' Nyong'os to be in tow. Traditional leaders that have been around him. Yesterday in Kabarak, we saw another surprise. Vihiga Senator George Haniri, Mvita Member of Parliament Abdul Swamad Sharif Nasir. So it sort of implies to be a change of strategy. Even the team that President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga are supposed to assemble, the co-chairs, it's Paul Mwangi and Ambassador Martin Kimani. So there seemed to be a new change of tact politically for Raila Odinga, and that is what is keeping many guessing. But in terms of that reaction, I'll have to leave now because we do understand why Leader Kalonzo Musyoka will be touching down at JKIA shortly after 2 p.m. So I'll be rushing there. But perhaps I will have to leave the viewer with this story that we packaged last night as a result of that yet another surprise visit to retired President Daniel Arap Moi at his Kabarak home.
All right, many thanks there, Duncan Harambee, for giving us and painting a picture of that situation there. Of course, the story that he said, we will be running it later.